my VC, Gateful 33, back to do Lost in the Collection 30. So this will probably be a break after this. Last for a while. Break. Holidays coming up. Summer. Don't listen to many records in the summer, it seems. Plus all the other things going on in life mean I'm probably going to take a bit of a break and listen to some other stuff and do some more kind of finds and spins probably. If so, yeah, 5 records haven't listened to for 5 years. This week I just picked 5 off the list that I fancied having a listen to. Who'd have thought it? What a crazy thing to do. No algorithms involved. So yeah, so first up is this one, Muddy Waters, Electric Mud, 68 I think, isn't it? 68. So at the time, I think panned by critics. This was Muddy Waters getting all very kind of the day electric blues, maybe. It's not really psychedelic, although it's 68, it's not really psychedelic, but he's certainly a little bit out there. Blues, rock. So a mix of covers and, well, yeah, traditional blues sorts of songs that he's done before. He's got some really strong points. It's a really good album. Yeah, so I think it's been kind of reappraised, if you like, over the years, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I haven't played it for ages. I bought this as one of my early purchases when I got back into record collecting, sort of 10 years or so ago. So I was a bit naive, so I bought this on eBay. I think it is. It's a US press, but it's not the original. It's not a gatefold, and it should have a booklet, and it didn't have the booklet, but I didn't know all of that until a couple of years later when I realised. I didn't pay a massive amount for it, so it was fine. And the music accounts, but it would have been nice to have the booklet if there was a booklet. So with other pictures and things in it. But yeah, really enjoyable blues rock. Okay, next up is this. So it's Torpedoes, a Swedish band, and that's the title. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. As you can see, you can probably see this is it's got like a textured, frosted, like you're looking at it through frosted window or through a layer of frost or ice. So yeah, nice cover art or cover work. So Torpedoes were a band. I think they did a session, recorded some stuff, might have put a single out. Then unfortunately, the kind of main band member was unfortunately killed in a car. I think it was hit by a car and died. And so this, in about 2010, 2011, I think 2011, this is on the Freedom Air label. I buy everything on the Freedom Air label pretty much. I've done for, yeah, probably 8 or 9 years now. So yeah, but this is probably my top 5 Freedom Air album releases. This is instrumental, surf, psych, prog, rock, a mix. The first side is certainly quite sort of surfy, garage, instrumentals, really energetic. It's got a cover of Theme 1, which kind of gives you a bit of a clue what it's like. And then the second side is 2 longer traps. It's a bit more kind of prog psych. Really, really great album. As I said, one of my favourites on the label, if not my favourite on the label. Torpedoes and Brev Fran Edestorp, if I was going to try and pronounce it. Okay, next up, to me, a very underrated Van Morrison album, Into the Music. Again, this was an early purchase, only cost me 2 or 3 quid. When I got back into music, I really liked this album, had it digitally, wanted to get it on vinyl. Yeah, it's kind of sort of 2 sides. One kicks off with 3 absolutely storming, kind of upbeat, Bright Side of the Road, Full Force Gale, Stepping Out Queen. I think they're just 3 on the bounce, fantastic songs. Towards the end, it then goes a little bit more sort of soulful and I don't know, jazzy perhaps, and then finishes with You Make Me Feel So Free. But side 2 is much more in that kind of Van Morrison soulful, not quite you know, his first album, but yeah, much more in that feel to it. So it's kind of to say it's probably two different sides. A moodier piece on the second side, with, you know, these longer songs, Angelou, It's All in the Game. Yeah, but yeah, I think an underrated. So 1979. So, you know, not, you wouldn't think of picking up maybe a 1979 Van Morrison album, but it's really good. Okay, next up is a favourite artist of mine, Mickey Newbury. This is Heaven Help the Child, the third in the American trilogy series. So Looks Like Rain, Frisco Mabel Joy, and this. I've got all three of them, and yeah, such melancholy, as melancholy as you can get. Absolutely brilliant as far as I'm concerned. I love it. But yeah, dark and interesting. That so uses kind of effects on the in the trilogy. Looks Like Rain has got rain effects and things like that on it, and this is quite interesting. It's some of the songs have got bits of tracks of other songs from the previous two out, or certainly from Frisco Mabel Joy on it. But yeah, I mean, Heaven Help the Child is a great opener. Good Morning Dear, I think, has got some Frisco Mabel Joy kind of, it's almost like they're following on from the story. Sunshine is quite sort of a more upbeat, if that's the right term, and it finishes with San Francisco Mabel Joy on this, which, you know, tale of a love, lost, death, whatever, and yeah, really enjoyable album if you like that sort of thing. Mickey Newbury and Heaven Help the Child. Okay, whizzing through these. Finally, complete change of gear, is Goat, Swedish prog, psych, heavy psych, doom, prog, Eastern tinged band. Mystery around them. They play with masks. No one knows who they are. Live on a commune, I think. Put several albums out. This is the third, maybe it's the third or second. It's on Rocket Recordings. It's got a kind of custom label. Really great album. I enjoy the album. It's in a die cut sleeve, and yeah. So Talk to God, opening track, is good. I think The Light Within is a little bit more restrained and is beautiful. Hide from the Sun is a monster. Yeah, this is a really good album. It's probably my favourite of their studio albums. I like their Fuzzed Out in Europe live album as well, but this is my favourite of their studio albums, I think. I've got them all. So that's the 5. So yep, did go to Record Store Day yesterday. Sorry, didn't go to liar. Didn't go to Record Store Day yesterday. Waited until the shops put their stuff out at 6 and picked up a few things that I'm going to go and collect this morning. And so yeah, so I did pop into my local shop here in Winchester on Friday because I was in town, and I asked what he had, and he had sort of, I mean, he only carries very limited stock. So I thought, I'm not getting up at silly o'clock and probably have a good chance that I won't get what I'm after, and I'm not going to go over to the shop in Romsey, which is another one that I use, who has a lot more stock but a lot bigger queue, and so I would have had to get there at 4 o'clock or something. So I thought I'll take my chances when the shops put stuff online. I wasn't going to obviously buy from the eBay flippers, but so I actually waited. The shop in Romsey puts his stuff online at 6, and I pretty much got everything I wanted. I kind of wanted the War box, but I spent too much money recently that I was glad it wasn't there. So I didn't. So I don't know if that's going to come out on black vinyl. It's a coloured vinyl box. I'm hoping it'll come out on a regular black vinyl later in the year or something, or another year, and I'll pick it up then. So it's not a must-have, but it was very interesting. So yeah, I picked up 4 things in the end. I'll show them on a Vines video during the week probably. So yeah, so I'm stop waffling about the wrong stuff in the wrong video. have a good rest of the weekend. It's blooming hot here. I'm just going to now get out now and try and get some of the moss out the gravel in my drive, so I can get some new gravel on. So yeah, before the sun comes around. Okay, cheers VC, bye.